Okay, welcome. We're just about to start up with Planet Zoo. Literally just bought this game and booted it up. So I have no idea what to expect in terms of how well it's going to run. So let me just pop this on the screen. Here we go. Okay, so completely new, just booted this up. Thank you for joining us. A few more steps away from experiencing the world of Planet Zoo. So first we need to create an avatar, which is very much the same as what we did in Planet Coaster. Just adjust some audio. There we go. Okay. So this looks almost identical to the Planet Coaster character creator. Well, we don't want to be too realistic with the hair. Let's give me a bit of something or nothing. So we can change the color of the hair as well. Let's go with a nice dark brown. Okay, let me see if I want to change that face. Some big ears there. We'll go with that one. It's got a little punchy little nose. Right. Some few weird pixels where I feel like they may have forgotten to colour his hair in. Okay, that'll do. It's kind of like my real life hair. A few missing pixels. Alright. Facial hair. This one's always important. Nope, definitely not that one. No, more than that. Maybe that's too much, but maybe. That's definitely too much. I think we'll probably go with that one. Let's see if we can make it just a touch darker. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. How do we look with no hair, with that beard? Not great. We'll stick with that one. Accessories, always gonna have my glasses. Sometimes sunglasses, but we'll stick with glasses. We can't change the colour of those. T-shirt, so we've either got a plain kind of crew neck t-shirt there, or a shirt. Not really one for shirts. Let's see how it looks in black. I don't know, I'm supposed to be a manager of a zoo, so maybe I should wear something sensible, but this looks more like what I would wear, so I'm gonna go with that one. Okay. Is that actually... Oh, okay, there's different patterns on here. Oh, we didn't get much of a... Ooh. Maybe I can make myself look a bit like a zebra. Black or white? No, it's still not great. Let's just go back to this one. We're gonna be boring, just have a t-shirt. Shorts, not really. Well, saying that. Doesn't look like there's any way to change the shoes, but hats. There's a few hats. I think I'm gonna stick with no hat though. Oh, seriously? Are you kidding me? I switched to a slimmer person and it resets everything? Okay. First minor gripe, I guess. Okay, shouldn't take too long to put... Oh. Okay, so... that's a lot of different heads. Right, hair. Definitely don't want that one. I think I quite like the slightly tubbier guy. Hopefully I can still change it back. Oh, I don't know, this one's growing on me. Yeah, okay, maybe. Maybe. It's got more clothes as well for the slimmer guy. I'm not sure what that's all about. Right. Nothing can be changed there. So that's the same one, but... oh wait, it's not the same one at all, is it? It's got a tucked in collar. Oh, that one's kind of more my style. With a cow on it. Okay. How are we for colours? Can we still have a black t-shirt? Yes. With a green cow. Let's change that one. No, that doesn't look great. Okay, there we go. That'll do. And for the leg parts, yeah, that'll do. I sometimes look like that. Right, and finally a hat. I'm still not gonna go with a hat. Okay, well that'll do. Place your avatar HQ. I mean, I'm gonna stick it in the UK because that's where I am, right about here. You can edit this later. Alright, so place my little guy on there, and now we need to decide what we want to do. I think we'll start with Korea and then just see what happens. So let's go, jump ahead. Okay, renovated and renamed after its purchase by Bernard Goodwin in the 1980s, Goodwin House has since become one of the most respected zoos in the country. More recently, it's undergone a further renovation to update many of the habitats and facilities, but due to various issues, the work hasn't been quite completed, which is where you come in. Alright, let's go. How are we doing? I guess we haven't really done all that much for dropped frames so far. So we're good. 0.0%. I'm sure that'll change in about 5 seconds once this loads. Build slopes and elevated walkways. Oh, here we go.
Sorry about that. I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bertie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then, only when I've tracked elephant dung into the carpets. As you know, I own several zoos, but I always like to show people the ropes here at my home. This is the first zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prize, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off. Don't worry, though. I'm not completely throwing you into the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire, less shouting that way.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm guessing you're Bernie's new hire. Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, how about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals? We'll start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
Okay, so we have controls. Let's have a look at the surrounding area. Oh, it's very English with the squares of fields. Okay, how do people get in this one? So in Planet Coaster, they came through a little tunnel in the ground. Yeah, it looks the same here too. Which I always thought was a bit strange. Okay, so we are going over to the bear enclosure, which I think is here.
Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too. Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel. This is where you can find out
Zachary.
bits of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel? See now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it. Okay,
hello, Zachary.
Ready? Let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
So previous camera and next camera. Okay, looks like we only have one camera. Cinematic view. Okay, alright, we're kind of stuck in the guy right now. Okay, we can close that. Alright, what are we doing? Locate the West African lion habitat. Over here, where it's highlighted. Oh, there's a baby.
Leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride, although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome. Which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to our warthog habitat and see what needs doing there.
Oh, look at him. He's drinking. That's cool. Right, warthog. When I was a young warthog.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for warthogs,
it is missing.
but it's missing a certain something. Well, two somethings. The warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Animal trading section, okay.
There we are. A pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Buy from the side menu. Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants.
So it's kind of nice that we've got a bit of a tutorial. And there's a lot of stats here. I mean, size is one that I wasn't assuming that there would be in the game. In Jurassic World, you just... I mean, I guess there is a size counter in Jurassic World, I think. Actually, no, I'm not sure. Maybe not. But this seems to assume that there's quite a big difference in the different sizes of them. We'll see if Badua is visually bigger than Malika. They've got different size horns, maybe that's just because they're male and female. Right, adopt. That's one, and adopt
When you
number
adopt
2.
an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade centre, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home?
Okay, so back into animal trading. And then this is our animal storage. So how do we place it? Center zoo. Okay. And this one, center zoo as well.
When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade centre, collect your animal and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade centre's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
Caretakers in action. Have you marked anything, lady? Because I don't actually see anything. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Well, as you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat. But I am assured
Not sure if that's the guy.
that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's
It is
get
the guy. He's
warthog's
got a
habitat
tiny little
finished
crate
so
with a
we can
warthog
keep them
inside.
nice and happy. You see, each animal
Wow.
in the zoo has an overall
Okay.
welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more
It
information.
is a lot to remember.
Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station, and for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
Feeding and water station. So it looks like they're literally the only things we can select right now. Food trough small. I'll just place that there, and then a drinking trough as well.
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
A mud bath, okay. Now is that red? Okay, it's red because we can't place it there. Or is it? Or is that just... Okay, it's somehow obstructed. Okay, it looks like we can put it in this area here.
Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a feral state. Unfinished thingamajigs and what's-its all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Over by the hippos. Okay, well our warthogs are doing fine. Well, I mean maybe not. He has severe welfare issues. But do you think I have to call somebody to feed the oh no, I mean there's a keeper coming anyway, maybe he was always on his way. Okay, so that's a feeder too. And they knock the barrel over and that drops food out. Okay. That makes sense. Alright. We need to go to the highlighted area, which I believe was something about ostriches. Here we go.
Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Okay, habitat gate hooked up to the path. Please say habitat gate in barriers. So I can place that in one of the walls already, which is nice. You can stick it on the end too. Okay, so that's outside placement area. So it wants me to stick it in the wall, that's fine.
Let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
I'm sure there's a way to do this more smoothly. Ooh, here we go.
Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in.
Okay, I thought she was going to ask us to put a stepladder up then. Right, so swap a section of wall for glass. Is that it? Oh. Okay, not sure what happened there. Transparent, okay. So I'm selecting these. Oh, okay, now I click it.
Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places like near a viewing
I have
point.
never been to a zoo with a donation
box
box
is one of the main sources
next
of
to
income
every
for the zoo,
viewing
so
point.
make sure you remember them.
But okay.
Alright, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
Right, adopt 4 new common ostriches. Animal market. Looks like we don't have a choice here, so we're just going to have to take the 4 that they give us. So they're all different ages on here. 1 male, 3 females. Are they going to say poor guy or lucky ostrich? I mean, I don't know. Let's just adopt all of those. So what's this number? I guess it will tell us at some point. Looks like that's a better quality ostrich, maybe because it's younger. Might be bigger too, I don't know. Maybe higher fertility levels. Anyway, let's have a look. We will go ahead and start placing our ostriches. This is weird how it seems to, you place an ostrich down like this, then it seems to just open up the window again. I'm not sure if this is actually going to happen once we're out of the tutorial. So it looks a little bit janky.
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Okay, so oops, I think I've just clicked like on that. There we go. We are on 1 bronze star.
Somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera finds alone would bankrupt us.
So that's one thing that I heard about the development of
Bernie
this game.
certainly seems impressed. Did he do his speed camera joke?
Is there's a lot of animal
There's an
facts.
ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals.
Oh, I keep a hut. Right, she's saying hut. I get it now. Right, okay, so that's in facilities. Place a keeper hut. Staff facilities, keeper huts. It's not helpful to be in the way. Classic keeper hut small. Keeper hut small. Planet Zoo keeper hut small. Wonder why it's got
We'll need
a.
to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
Oh, okay. So this is the basic one. So like with Planet Coaster, you had the basic buildings, and then you had the ones that already had bits attached. So that basic one is inside the fascia. I don't really know what to call it. So each of these, they're just different designs of the same building, but obviously look a bit better. We'll go with the classic one because it matches the brick aesthetic that we have around. Was there a specific location that this needed to go? don't imagine there is, but... Oh, okay, yes there is. Here it is. Right, now if I could just remember what the buttons were to turn things around. Maybe Q, no, it's not Q and E, let's zoom in and out. Z, okay, Z does work. There must be another one there. Okay, X changes between rotation and movement, but that will do.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time. Oh, but bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness negatively. In case that wasn't clear.
Okay.
Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power, and that obviously includes your new.
While we're here and about 30 minutes in, let's just make sure we can save this. That will do. Did that save? Okay, that was in the process of saving. Right, power the keeper hut. Place a transformer.
Now, the reason everything has gone blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So, once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
Okay.
Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
Oh, look at this guy. Alright, calm down. Right. Locate the highlighted area. Ooh, what's this? Getting very distracted. Cool. Not sure what good that is, but it's cool anyway. Right, located the highlight area. Over here. Ooh, what's this?
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat. From scratch. And wood and concrete, I expect. So go ahead and build it. And don't forget the habitat gate. It's always best to place the habitat gate close to the keeper hut. As it happens, there's one quite near to the trade centre.
Okay.
Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Ooh, tigers. Right, so... where is the keeper hut? Is this the keeper hut? No, that looks like the repair hut. That's a keeper hut. So it's the ones with the little apples on them. Okay. So we want to start with a gate, and we will place that. Oops. Oh, okay. So pressing Z changes that. Does it matter which side this goes? Okay, yeah. So that's definitely the entry side. Yeah. Is there a way to snap that? Angle snap. Nope. Unless we use angle snap and put it higher. Nope. Okay. Straight works. Well, it kind of works. Well, hasn't really worked out how I wanted it to. Can we move this now? Probably not. Okay, how about deleting it entirely? And we'll start again. It would be nice if we could make this straight. That will do. Not have angle snap, and let's... Oh, you know, I probably could have done that before. If there was a way to change this from straight to curved with a touch of a button rather than having to click over there, that would be very helpful. To change the length. One more, 7 meters should do. Get it right in that corner. And then start building it along here. Apparently that's obstructed. Why is that obstructed? Okay, I think it's because it doesn't want to go back on itself, so we're going to have to delete this one. And we'll change it to a corner piece.
Now,
And there we
Bernie
go.
takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode. Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool. Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a minimum height of 4 meters.
Okay, so I think we selected all of it there. And then we changed the height to 4 meters? Huh. Okay, well that only lets us do it to 2 meters. Oh, okay. Well, I hope it's okay if it's 3.97. I struggle to see how a tiger's gonna jump over there.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
So I couldn't do it at 3.97, it wouldn't progress the tutorial. 4 meters it did though, and I think that's ridiculously high for a tiger to jump over, but okay, that's fine. I am going to, if it lets me, and it's not going to let me, I was going to change these to glass so that people could see them, but it looks like we're going to put the tigers in there first. Animal market, a couple of tigers. Looks like we're going to get a pair of them. Center zoo. Center
Whilst our
Zoo.
trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
A suitable feeding station. Okay, let's put that over here.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the
Look
banks
at 'em
of the
go.
pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Terrain and water tool. Calm water or rough water? I think I'm gonna go with calm. Right. And then what? Oh.
Yes, that'll do
There.
nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitat?
Habitat-y. Right. Enrichment. Frozen blood pumpkin. Okay, let's do it. And a rubbing pad.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one
it's
from
our
bits,
moonwalking
bits
tiger.
and bobs, or if you like,
See how he
just put
moonwalks.
down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Right, what was that? I was distracted by the moonwalking tiger. Shelter. Okay. Ooh, that's hardly a small shelter, is it? Right. I feel like we almost shouldn't put it near to their side, because what if they climb up it and jump out?
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel. Rightio. Click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
Looks like they need
then,
more
open
soil.
the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Painting and soil. Heavy soil? Right. Probably don't need it to be that big. Okay, that's enough soil. They want less grass. So I guess I can replace the grass with soil. Oof, this is dropping frames. Right, and we need a little more short grass.
Right then, all
There.
animals need plants and trees from their own biome or
Perfect.
continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
Kitty. Right. I feel like maybe I jumped ahead and now I may have broken the tutorial. Maybe have a look at objectives. Increase plants welfare to 90. Okay, so we'll click a tiger. Environment. Okay.
Some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
So they don't want.
You can find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
So... Oh, we have stalled. No, we're good, we're still going. Okay, let's try that again. So, what we don't want... wait, list of plants 1%. Not from the same continent as the animal. Okay. So... I assume that's this tree here. It doesn't actually allow me to click it in there. If we delete that, that gives us, did that give us some money back, or did that take money? Could have been either. Okay, I have to click back into the tiger again, and I need to get rid of a bush that looks like that. Is that the one? That looks a bit brown to me. It's more likely one of these. It's got a wattle bush. Okay, delete that, and delete that. I think that's it. And the bracken is fine. Find trees, bushes and flowers under nature. So that should be the ones that they don't want. So we want the ones that they do want. Plants and filters. So we want Asia. Whoa. Jeez, that's a big tree. Palm trees? Is that really what they want? Yeah, apparently. Maybe it's just because they don't have the coverage. Okay. Let's throw some hawthorn bushes in there. Some elephant ear plants. So I think any of these are fine then. So some aloe vera. And some more coconut palms. A small one. This is a big fat tree. I just feel like it's too big. what about that one? That one will do. Where can we put that one? There. Right. That has boosted up our plants. Are we supposed to get that to 100%? Plant isn't from the same environment as the animal. Oh. Oh. Increase plant welfare to 90%. Well, we're almost there. So what are the ones that we want? We want bracken. Bracken is fine. Let's shove some more bracken in then. Oops, there we go. That'll do. That's a silver star.
Good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
I hope that tiger's just sleeping. Oh, yeah. Is there a torch of veneer? And of course, the grass just goes straight through the tiger. Wonderful. I mean, it's cute and all, but I mean, it really detracts from it when you're supposedly showing, you know, this is cute and visually attractive if the plants are just gonna go straight through the animals like that. I mean, maybe it's a settings thing. Maybe if I have a higher settings on, then changes the plant physics. I don't know. I might have to check that. I could probably do that now, actually. Of course, it could just crash. So there is that. Let's just smash it onto Ultra. And hope for the best. Oh, that has not made a difference. Not to our grassy tigers, anyway. Definitely a big visual difference there. It's nice that they have different skin patterns as well. Oh, okay, we definitely just watched a tiger taking a dump. And then he's going to lie down next to it. Okay, that's fine. Right. Let's see how we do on the maximum settings. It might cause us to drop some frames. And might be less pleasant to watch. Ooh, a giraffe. I haven't really explored the zoo at all, have I? But now we're down to about 21 frames per second. Hopefully it still looks okay though. Ooh, giraffes and zebras in the same enclosure. Right, what are we doing? We are about to do our gold star. Locate the Indian peafowl habitat.
Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open an information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese. Expand
this
their
is
social
nice.
welfare, and we can get a bit more detail.
I haven't seen the garden quite like this before. I wonder if I don't know. This is the kind of environment I would imagine that you could walk through. I mean, it is only peacocks. Rishi. Expand on social welfare.
They've clearly got plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong. Right, as you can see,
social is the
P-Fowls
heart.
need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female P-Fowls. Well, off you pop to the animal market.
Okay, so we need 3 more peafowls. Animal trading. Animal market. Huh. Oh, okay, that's just because I was hovering over it. I was wondering why there was a little heart on there. Okay, so we're going to take all of them. That's what it seems to want us to do. So that is a very good peafowl. Animal storage, and then send to the zoo. Let's put them all in here. And the last one.
Good work on those P-Fowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy.
We have a snow
Let's
leopard.
head over there and see what's wrong with her.
Here we go.
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barriers for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
That is a long name for a snow leopard. I am not going to try and pronounce it. Okay, so we want to replace shelter barrier section with one-way glass. One-way glass, okay. Okay, well this is cool. So he's got a little shelter here. I'm saying he, is it a he? It's a girl. She's got a little shelter here, which is very cool. And isn't happy because she can obviously see out here and doesn't feel like she's got much privacy, and I do not blame her. So, we need to change the glass here. I wonder what that is. Educational speaker. Oh wow. Okay, that kind of sounds like Chinese right now. Right. So we need to change the barrier. Edit barrier. Replace it with one-way glass. How do we do that? Oh. Just by clicking on that, I guess.
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather, you should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
I didn't really listen to a lot of what you were saying. I was trying to see if you can still see through this glass here. So it looks pretty much like it is just one-way glass. Not a lot that you can see the way out, and now we can see our snow leopard is relaxing in the new little den that we've made for it. Guys, I was watching. Just come in here and stand in my way. Definitely some frame rate issues going on there, but we are on the ultra settings right now. Right. Well, I just threw us quite away. We are supposed to be doing our objectives. So we've done the replacing the barrier with one-way glass. Open the temperature view mode. Temperature view mode. Line. Habitat. Heaters and coolers. I don't even know how we see view modes. I might have to click replay dialogue. It's not in there, is it? Though we will take the opportunity to save this zoo. Yeah, okay, that's saved. Timeline, help. Oh, crap. Everything's just right. Zoo overlay. Well, that's not going to be view modes, is it? I don't think. What's this? Save as a blueprint? No. That's changing day and light atmospheric conditions. Let's see if we can get the dialogue replaying.
Isn't in its natural biome. It's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather. You should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
Again, not exactly sure where this temperature heat map is. Can't help but feel a little bit stupid right now. Oh, okay, here we go. So this is the area that has all of the overlays. Okay, it would have been nice if it had told me that.
As you can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Coolers can be found under habitat. So is a tiny little box here. We are gonna. Do we need to place that here? What happens if we put it near the water? Does that freeze the water? Temperature decreasing. So I don't know what temperature it actually wants to be. Maybe I can click on my snow leopard and find out. So terrain, environment, no. Ooh, genetics. So I can't actually see, is it in habitat? Terrain? It's not happy about the terrain. Nutrition, welfare, enrichment. mean, the temperature is 100% appropriate, so have I completed this? I think I have. Add 3 coolers. Okay, I've only added 2, that's the problem. Even though we're already cool enough, I still need to add another one. Right. So habitat and then cooler.
You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them.
Well, yeah, thank you. Now that I found it myself,
It'll
that was
take a
very
little
helpful.
while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopards' terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
Snow and rock. Let me click little kitty cat, whose name I should really change. Can we change the name? Box animal camera. I am not sure if we can. It would be very helpful. Oh, we can. Right. Now I have to think of a name. Well, it's clearly some kind of Swedish name, so we're just gonna call it Sven. Oh. Hang on, it's a girl. Sveta. She's drinking a good way away from the water, but you can't really complain too loudly. Right, what are we doing now? Increase terrain welfare to 100%. Oh, that's interesting. The terrain window isn't popping up. Okay, let's switch to paths and then back to terrain, and then that pops up. Interesting. Okay, so I was gonna click on the cat. Sveta. Nope. Oh, great. Just one click. One click is all it takes. Right. And then habitat. Nope, not habitat, because that's where it lives. Increase terrain welfare to 100%. Okay, so it wants less long grass, more rock, and more snow. So snow is going to be the easy one to fix. Oof, that tanks my frames. So lots of snow in there, and a bit more rock in there, and a lot less grass. So somehow the rock's improved by getting, which I don't know how, it just has. And then we want a less long grass. Now, where is the long grass section? Kind of hard to tell. Oh, that'll do.
You a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats.
All of the other animals?
Welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section.
Zoo management and then animals section. Find
As
the
you can
animals
see,
here.
this list shows you the animals overall.
Oh, we have a
welfare.
snake.
So if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
Aye, Nancy. Alright. Ooh, a snake. Snake, snake, snake. Snake is in this box. Cool. Snake. Aha. Wait. Yeah, here. Where is your face, snake? There. Cool, look at it go. Look at it, it's not going very far. Not going very far, very fast. Animal alerts in lockdown for a long time. What does that mean? I do not know. Should I go over there? Oh. Why is it in its... Why? Just unbox animal. Why is it in a box? It's weird. Same with the Timberwolf. Okay. And Mayali, the ring-tailed lemur. Oh, this is cool. Oh, look at this. Look at these little guys. Okay, right. Miali is locked down. Unbox animal. And there we go. That's all of those ones. Now we're supposed to be going in here and fixing our animals that have poor welfare. I think that's what she said to do. Let's have a look. Objectives. Increase all species overall welfare to 80%. So we're currently at 75%. Let's have a look. Well, our elephants aren't very happy. Let's go take a look at why. Well, there's quite a size difference between those two. Oof, that dropped our frames quite a bit. 17. Enrichment. They have no enrichment, no food enrichment, no toy enrichment. We can fix that by going into habitat. Food and water, beds and shelter, enrichment items. So it said food enrichment, dog ball. That might be a bit small. Okay, so apparently it's got tags. Now, whether that means that only these things can use them, I don't know. I guess we can find out. Let's put one in and see if the elephant plays with it. I mean, it probably won't. Let's have a look. Don't know whether that... It hasn't changed its current enrichment, or whether or not it will do. So that's for tapir, ostrich, and those things. Oh, you know what? Actually, come to think of it, this is a food enrichment item. Therefore, it's probably got dog food in. Not going to be what an elephant's going to play with. So, let's delete that and get our $10 back. Forage box. Nope. Hanging barrel. Okay, so African and Indian elephants. Right, let's put this over here. And we'll see if that actually changes the enrichment. Okay, so that has immediately changed the enrichment. They still need toy enrichment though. Large ball. Whoops. So we just froze a little bit there, so I'm wondering if that's... What's this? Oh, it's a food truck. Oh, why not? Let's put Skittle in there too. Right. How are we doing for our elephants? Enrichment is much better now. So overall welfare is 94% for that elephant. Bijedi. Let's have a look at the other ones. Animals. It's ordered by the low welfare. So our Timberwolves aren't having a great time of it. Let's go find our Timberwolves. Oh, right next door. What are these? Oh, just lights. Okay. So they don't have any enrichment either, food or toy enrichment. Well, that's a simple fix again. We will just go to habitat and chew toy, Timberwolf. Now they have a chew toy and a... Let's use the dog ball. So now it's going to use it with the elephants. That should boost the welfare up for those guys. What was the objective? 80%, so they're on 89%. So that's fine. Zoo, animal welfare. Okay, our ringtail lemurs. Ooh, what's this? Okay, that's just telling me that they've all got low welfare. Our lemurs are not happy. So part of it is enrichment. No food enrichment. We will add that. That's easy enough to do. Ringtail lemurs. Little foraging area in there. Shove that in there. And then, so the other big issue for them right now is the habitat. Cleanliness. Cleanliness. Habitat urgently needs cleaning and risks disease. Oh. Well, where's the part where we can call the keeper? Okay. Yeah, he's got a ball. Right. So, apart from cleanliness, we have an issue with terrain. Let's have an issue with enrichment. We need more food enrichment. Food enrichment. We need one that fits the lemur, which apparently is none of them. So we're just going to have to put another one of these down. Except it's not going to fit anywhere. Oh. Oh. I'm not sure I did.
But we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
Not quite sure that's intended gameplay.
Sounds like you got the whole zoo purring away nicely. Well, purring, booming, all the appropriate
But I guess this is why it's kind of like a beta test, right?
Don't tell her I told you, but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even last the morning. So, we're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a foxy coffee. As strange as it seems, considering we just met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one I did have, obviously. But you see, zookeeping's not for my daughter. Don't get me wrong, Emma absolutely loves animals, but she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet. I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. And maybe having a type of frog named after me.
Okay, well, I don't really want to leave that one in the tree. So let me see if I can fit it down here. It doesn't want to go down there. Well, I mean, I guess that's fine. So is this telling me that I've now finished this? And game over, I guess. So that is the first scenario complete.